o'clock you can start off with
Okay.
recording. Okay, I'm traveling in train, so I'm
Okay.
muting myself.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that
Yes.
there's no disturbance.
Okay, no problem.
Hello.
You can start the proceedings.
So
Aditya and
should we-
Varun can start.
Okay, sir. Okay. Devi ma'am, are there any more participants left to come? Should I wait or should I start?
Maybe. I don't know. We can start though.
Okay, then we'll start. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
So I'm Aditi Patil and I have Varun Sawant. Today, we are the student coordinators of today's meeting. The Dr.M.V.L.Kothari chair, the Dr.M.V.L.Kothari chair and Division of Medical Humanities and the Gosumec Alumni Association under the patronage of Dr. Sangeeta Rawat, Dean of SAGS Medical College and KM Hospital, welcomes you all to this session of reminiscence. Badal sir, can we have the video of Humanities played? It is the students past and present that makes our college what it is. So as our twin institute move towards the centenary, we want to give a virtual platform to every batch of GSMC to share their fondest memories of the college. Their thoughts and emotions will be preserved forever in form of this reminiscence. Can we have Badal sir, can we have the GA membership form being shown? So to remain connected to our alma mater and informed about the activities in KM, including its centenary celebration, we wanted to we request you to become the members of the Gosumec Alumni Association, the official alumni body of State GSMC. So all the details and this membership form is also available on the official KM website. So can you show the Gosumec Foundation slides, please? Gosumec Foundation was established in California, United States to give back to our alma mater, which has helped so many people professionally and personally. The website allows you to enjoy the nostalgic content, including history of institution, medical humanities, archives, and more. The slide 1 here shows the web address of the website. Also, we have the YouTube links from which we can access the virtual reunions. Can we move to the next slide? This slide shows the mission of Gosumec Foundation, which is to connect, contribute with the 3 T's and engage. Connect the global Gosumecs with our alma mater. Contribute to alma mater's development by sharing the 3 T's: time, talent, and treasure. Engage Gosumecs with nostalgic media on a continued basis and enable global networking. So next slide, please. This slide shows how to access the Google form, which many of you may have filled already from the link which was circulated in your group lead. The objective of this form is to connect with each other and the alma mater. Gosumec Alumni Association, also known as the GAA, which is the official alumni body at SAIT, GSMC, and KEMH. This information will secure between GAA and Gosumec Foundation and will later be used to create a secure searchable database. So looking forward to Gosumec supporting our mission to connect, contribute, and engage. Now I request Devi ma'am to take forward the meeting from here.
Sure. So, I mean, there are not many people from our batch, so I don't know. We can still start, I guess.
Okay, or we can wait for like 5 minutes if there are any more joining in, if you want.
Yeah, I think we can wait for 5 minutes to see
Okay.
if somebody comes up.
Okay. Ma'am, you all can even start chatting with each other if you all want. Right now itself.
Sure, I guess we can do that. We can start by saying where everybody is and what they're doing. Does anybody want to go first? No, not really. Okay.
हेलो देवी,
Hi,
क्रांति है।
कैसे है?
कुछ नहीं, रेसिडेंसी कर रहा हूँ, सेकेंड ईयर एमडी रेडियो डायग्नोसिस एट एच बस जस्ट अब भी फ्री हुआ हूँ। मैं प्लान कर रहा था थोड़ा सा जल्दी फ्री हो ज्वाइन कर लो, जस्ट फ्री हो।
नहीं, अभी तो स्टार्ट किया हमने, कोई बात नहीं, बराबर टाइम है। इट्स बेस्ट। कहाँ पे है तू?
भुवनेश्वर एम्स,
भुवनेश्वरी।
ये
Oh, nice.
उड़ीसा में, उड़ीसा स्टेट।
Okay. Saransh. Hi. Nice. मैं भी even I'm doing residency, मैं सर्जरी में रेजिडेंसी कर रही हूँ, थर्ड ईयर में हूँ, ह्यूस्टन में। हाय शुमाइला।
कैसी है?
मैं अच्छी हूँ, तू कैसी है? क्या कर रही है तू?
मैं भी ठीक हूँ। मेरा रेसिडेंसी हो गया अभी, मेरा मेडिसिन।
नाइस, अच्छा है। अभी क्या प्लान्स है?
कुछ नहीं, अभी थेरिकल रिजल्ट आ गया है, प्रैक्टिकल अवेटेड है, फिर आगे एसएस का प्लान है अभी।
ओके, गुड। हाय सारांश।
ओके, सारांश इज एसवी। ओके, सारांश इज जस्ट पुटिंग अ थंब।
सारांश, मैं तुझे अनम्यूट कर सकती हूँ? आई होप सो।
Hello, Devi ma'am.
हाँ, हाय।
Ma'am, could I like instead like start asking questions and any one of y'all can just step up and ask if y'all want so that it just gets a little more interactive.
श्योर, ये
Yeah.
अच्छा रहेगा।
Okay, so first I want to ask that why did y'all what made y'all choose medicine as your profession?
I can start.
Yeah.
I don't have a specific reason why I'm doing medicine, but I think I really like it after I got into medicine. Hi, Supriya. Hi. I think Abhi wants to talk. I think he left. Okay. So I was just saying, yeah, like I would say that medicine as a whole field is very enlightening, and we try to help people, and this is what all I wanted. So I think that's why I got into medicine.
Okay, ma'am. And why did you choose say GSMC for your path in medicine? And any core memory during your time in our college, during your time?
Somebody else wants to answer? क्रांति, तुझे बात करनी है?
Devi, you keep answering.
Saransh, you can answer now. What's your best memory of St. GS Medical College? For me, I would say that it helped me find my friends, and I think I'm very close to them. And it was really a whole journey instead of just one moment that I can say that it has been more memorable.
Okay, wow, very nice, ma'am. And any patient related memory that you all have in the college over these years? Any one of y'all, if you all could just share one.
Maybe Karthika, I need to rest for a while. Maybe don't skip talking.
Aditi, sorry, what was your last question?
Ma'am, if you all have had any special patient interactions over the years in KEM?
So yes, I would say like initially first year was just very I would say classroom oriented. So we were all very together, and like we had a enjoyable time in anatomy and biochemistry and physiology also. And then now after that, in second year, third year, and fourth year, we had our clinical posting. So at that time was a time when we made really good friends with our batchmates, because we were all together in a small group, and that's how like we became really close to each other.
Okay, ma'am. Anyone else wants to also share anything? Okay, ma'am. How was internship during your time? Like, how was it? How was it different, or what was your experience over your internship year? Did you learn any new experiences or anything?
So our internship initially was great. Like we were doing all the regular things where people do. We go to postings, do blood collections, and the usual. But I got to learn a lot from my surgery internship, and I had a lot of fun. That's why I'm doing surgery right now. But during the end of it, COVID started, and then it became really different, and nobody knew about what's going on. And like it was all like, okay, like what are the new protocols? What are like how the patients present? And then eventually, at one point in time, everybody had COVID. So that was a whole new different experience for all of us.
Wow, and you just mentioned that you had postings, clinical postings during your second, third year. So how were they? What did you all learn? Any experiences during your postings specifically?
So I guess every like each batch had their own good experience, I would say. For us, it was like we were the first, like I was in 1 to 15 or 1 to 20 batch. And then every time, like for exams or anything, we were the first ones to get into that. And then it was like, but the best part was like we used to be done with exams sooner also, which was nice. I remember one time, like there was, they had started doing this outpatient, the OPDs were in the trailer outside the boys hostel, I would say. No, outside the resident hostel. So at that time, there were a lot of patients, and then there were different OPDs together. So like I think ENT sometime, I think it was surgery and psych was together, but in psych, they used to just let us sit outside in under covered areas and talk to patients. And then we used to present to our professors inside their trailers. So I think I remember that, saying that outside, like it felt nice being with all the patients together.
Okay. And ma'am, first year is always one of the most special years because everything is new, it's all different. So what was your core memory from that year? Like how were your dissection hall sessions or your practicals? How was that?
So I remember first day of
got reminded
Saran
of
used
the
to say.
way you said, and it was very unfair, I feel, because you guys used to get over with your practicals very much earlier than we guys, and it felt very unfair for us last batch people do.
It's okay, it happens, Saransh.
And how were the teachers? Is there any specific teacher that you still remember and are really still grateful for the mentoring or any specific such experience with the teachers?
I would say a lot of teachers still have a very good impact on me. I would start with like people who are closest to me. I would say Monty sir, Ram sir from surgery department. They have been very instrumental in making me reach where I am right now. And then obviously Lopa ma'am. Hi ma'am, Kimcho. She was a true inspiration. And then I used to just go to her office during evenings, like after postings, and just sit, and then we used to order something from the canteen and like talk about life. That was a really good time. I would say other people also were very instrumental, but because I'm not very close to them anymore, I don't have more things to say.
Okay, ma'am. And how is the training that you got from KM and all the learnings and knowledge you got from KM helping you in your life now? How is it significant and helping in your career right now?
I would say our education was really good. So I am in the US right now, and then the system here is very different for medical students. Here, in our hospital, we used to just go for our postings for 3 hours and then we used to be done. And then like we had lectures the whole day. Here it's very different. The third year and the fourth year medical students, they have to stay with the residents from whatever time they come in, let's say 5 a.m. in the morning to whatever time they leave, which is crazy to me. Like, like the med students are expected to do that. Agar apne यहाँ पे होता तो like nobody would come. But the teaching, I would say the amount of patients that we see and the diversity of pathology that we see in KEM is truly unmatchable. And because of whatever I've learned in KEM, I feel I've been able to reach here.
Uh, that was a very insightful memory, ma'am. Could you please describe any of your conference Avishkar memories if you had? I remember Avishkar being like a very exciting time for every batch. And so if you do recall some of those, could you please describe them?
Yes, I think Shubhangi is here. Shubhangi, you want to say something about Avishkar? So people who are joined in recently, you guys are welcome to answer also. It's a batch reunion, so it'll be nice if everybody talks. But I can say about Confluence, I was the chief organizer during our time. And I remember it was a whole, like from starting of taking interviews to forming a team to deciding what dates conference can be. And then the dates were clashing with like other hospitals ka Confluence ka jo bhi similar event hota hai. And then we had to reach an impasse that okay, theek hai, tu ye dates le le, main ye dates le lunga, waisa. And then that made us good friends in different hospitals. And then actually planning the event each day, doing the registrations. I remember I was carrying a lot of money one day and like it was all in my pocket and I was like, I've never held so much cash in my hand. So that was fun. And then the actual event, obviously, like you worked a few months for all of that, and now that it's coming to life, it felt good.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Confluence and Avishkar are actually the most enjoyable moments even for us right now. So I want to ask if there is any specific place in the college that you have your memories attached with, like we have the canteen, say the library, or could you tell us about your hostel life?
Oh, I didn't stay in hostel, so I have nothing to say. I used to stay at home, which is like 5 minutes away.
Okay.
So it was, I had the best of both worlds. And a lot of my friends used to just come home and we used to have fun, make Maggie and talk. And so it was good. I think you're muted. Aditi, I think you're muted.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as freshers, we always have the curiosity to explore places. And so I'm pretty sure we must have gone a few batch trips as well. And could you please recount one of those maybe and describe it to us? Like a batch
So what
trip
years
or
are
maybe
you
a picnic.
in? Varun
Hello.
and Aditi, what year are you in?
Yes, ma'am.
What year are you in?
I'm in first year.
I'm
Oh,
same
nice.
first year. Both of us
Oh,
first.
nice. It's really good that you guys are involved so early.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you liking it?
So far, so good, ma'am. It's an amazing experience being in this college. And it's a very good mix of academics along with some fun as well, extracurricular activities, confluence, etc. So I'm liking this.
So you guys just started? Like
Ma'am,
June?
we just got finished with our prelims. We'll like have
Oh,
a final
sorry.
in October.
I see. Hi, Renuka.
Speaking of that, do you have any message to give to us or the other undergraduate students, or any advices that you would like to give that could possibly help us over our MBBS years?
I think you guys are doing the right thing, like getting involved early on. I think KM has a very good way of uplifting you, and it has everything for everybody, and it caters to every person differently. So I would say just find your niche and keep doing what you're doing. Renuka, do you have anything to say?
बैच ट्रिप के बारे में बोले तो आई थिंक पल्स में जो ट्रेन का सफर था आने का और जाने का वाज द बेस्ट थिंग आई थिंक आई रिमेम्बर एंड during that time our posting was this surgery with JAG unit, so none of us went. At the end post they asked only spelling of intussusception to all of us, and that was the end of our end post. I still remember that thing.
Does anyone else has to share anything about their 5 years in the college, or anything else you all would like to share? Your core memories or anything as such?
Hi, this is
Hello.
Renuka here. And I think 5 years, like for all of us, like the 5.5 years that we spent at GS, like it must have been the most formative years of our medical career. Like I think it's basically the foundation of who we are today. Wherever we go, everyone asks us. The first question you get asked, like even in your PG or even if you go outside, everyone's going to ask you, where did you do your UG from? And like it's just, it feels very proud, and it feels nice to say that you've done your UG from SAIT GS. Like it does matter a lot. And of course it matters because what you learn here is going to stay with you forever. That's true. Like we had the best teachers in all our, like throughout the 5.5 years, like right from our anatomy to doing medicine, surgery, OBGY. You remember all those moments, and it matters. Even if you specialize into something else later, like it's basically the foundation of what you are going to do as a doctor later. So yeah, so I'm really happy that I was at GS. I had the opportunity to study here, and yeah, would love to come back someday.
Yes, surely, ma'am. And ma'am, do you have how did your knowledge that you gained from KM over these years, how is it helping you in your career right now?
So just for context, I'm doing radiology right now. I just finished my MD and I'm doing my my PG bond. And I think as a radiologist, one of the core things that we need to know is anatomy. And I'm so happy that in my first year, we had literally the best anatomy training that we could have had, like right from the dissection to the lectures that we used to have. It all stays in your mind, right? Like if you've had great teachers who, like take so much effort, plus they are so enthusiastic about teaching that what you learn in those lectures, it stays with you. And for me as a radiologist, like that anatomy is really helping me, like having learned it well in my first year. I don't have to like struggle to like actually, pour through text now. Like the basics, the foundations work strong. So yeah, it definitely helps me today.
Yeah, even
I
ma'am,
totally agree with that. For me also, like I still go back to like BDC and remember like, okay, like this is what we used to study, and like this is so much more relatable than looking at netters or anything else.
yeah, even now, even I talk to my friends from other colleges and how they all just keep cribbing about anatomy. And then I see our college and we have such amazing anatomy faculty that just makes the subject more interesting. And honestly, it does just make our bases more strong.
Yeah, we used to have Saturday lectures, and then we used to stay until like whenever it used to get done. Nobody wanted to go home. And it was really
सैटरडे को PSK सर का लेक्चर रहता था वो, that used to be the last lecture I think. वो लेक्चर खत्म होने तक बैठते थे.
KSK sir was really nice.
Renunga ma'am, is there any patient related experience that you would like to share that you had in the college?
I'll have to kind of think about that. Wait, give me a while. If I remember something, I'll just raise my hand or something. You can ask someone else who maybe has something right off the top of their head. I've been so away from patients for 3 years. Like ultrasound is okay, but just core clinical stuff I haven't really done. So yeah, I'll just think about it and I'll come back to you.
Definitely. Anyone else who wants to share any such patient related experiences? Shivani ma'am, Shubham sir, Shubhangi ma'am, anyone? Supriya ma'am.
Yes, and also for those who joined late, I would like to repeat a few more questions that we asked the earlier participants as to, like, could you please share your memories of Confluence and Avishkar? And as you all know, like in first year, we have a lot of fun with these extracurricular activities. Like we have batch trips, picnics, whatnot, etc. And so could you please like share some memories from those fun activities of Avishkar, Confluence?
For both Avishkar and Confluence, I was in the literary events wala committee, and for both of those, like I think we had a lot of fun coming up with like interesting events for participants. We did have like a medical spelling bee, and we had like debates, and of course jam, and then Hormuz used to come for the jam at that time. I don't know how it is now. And I think those events used to be like jam packed, like the entire MLT would be like full, like people would be standing in the aisles and stuff. And it was a lot of fun, like the whole experience. Yeah. And organizing is also like it comes with its own share of, you learn so many things working in a team, like speaking to other people, speaking to vendors, speaking to stuff, people who are going to contribute to the event, gathering the money. And it's a whole different experience. And I think we all do it for the first time in our UG. I don't think many people would have had experience doing it before. So you learn a lot. And it's something that, of course, later also, as you become, if you're continuing in the medical career, there are going to be conferences and stuff, and people will expect you to, take part and even be part of the organization team. So all this experience does come in handy. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Wow, surely, ma'am.
I would like to add something which I won't ever forget is Renuka being a participant in the event called Jam. So I think memories of Jam are so fresh, starting from the Freshers Week to the Avishkar Week and every other event that happens. I think we get introduced to so many events and so many arenas that in general our personality grows. So for me, hearing all our batchmates participate and doing so well, I think those are some things which will always stay. And other than that, the faculty, I think KM as an institution offers us so much more than the academics. Like it offers us the name which we carry everywhere we go. And other than that, it was like a very, very liberal UG college, which gave us so much free time and so many memories. I think we never had to bother with permissions anywhere. It was a very good balance of academics as well as co-curricular activities that we never felt med school was med school other than those 1 month of university exams which we gave. And for me and very close friends, I think, and I think I can speak for my entire batchmates, the Arches and KD was one of the few places which was our favorite points. And yeah, I think I just have to add these
Also,
few
the
things.
Crystal on the first floor was really good.
Yeah, arches on the first floor, arches on the ground floor, and so much of peace. And I think no one was showing us away anytime. We had that entire arch and KD, like at least 13, 14 of us could easily fit in that place. So not only group discussions, I guess we have planned so many trips sitting on that KD table. And I remember planning for trips, eating our food, ordering stuff, celebrating birthdays, doing Secret Santa, and during internship, preparing for NEET PG, doing like group study, everything we were doing there. So, yeah, I think it was a wonderful time in KEM, and you realize that much more when you actually leave the institute and go somewhere else for your higher studies because you don't see the same environment everywhere, and that's what makes you realize that what you had was very, very special.
Now, thank you, ma'am. Since everyone has, I want to ask everyone why did you all choose KM at the first place? Like how I can see how everyone is so proud of having that tag today of be doing UG in KM. So I just want to ask what was it that made you all choose KM at the first place?
I think if you've got the rank, it would be like stupid not to choose KM. Like, I think that's one of the major things. Like everyone who's here, like wanted to be here.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to get a good rank,
Yeah.
which gave us the liberty to get KM. I think no one would not want to take it, and we were lucky enough to get it.
Wow. Ma'am, any extra co-curricular activities that KM helped you all in presenting it in front of more people, or KM helped you all develop such any co-curricular activities? Like obviously we know KM aces in academics, but other than that, any co-curricular activities that you all developed during these 5 years?
I would say there was something for everybody, like people who wanted to do sports, like basketball, cricket, everything was available, table tennis, badminton. And then people who, like, there were a lot of clubs, like dance club, and then there was prison break. And like during Avishkar also, Alphas and all of that was also very helpful to everybody who wanted to be involved and like whatever everybody wanted, there was something for everybody. So I would say, like, if you want to do something, you can just bring it up to anybody, and they would be more than happy to have a club regarding that. And like they used to have meetings and all of that. So it was good.
Ma'am, I'm repeating this question now since a lot of you all joined late. But why medicine? Why did you all choose medicine? Or what made you all medicine for yourselves? Niharika ma'am, would you like to answer? Patik sir, Niharika ma'am.
I think I missed your question. My network was poor.
Okay, I asked what made you all choose medicine as a profession for yourself?
Well, I think KM had such a variety of patients that the exposure you got there and the teaching that was there, it made you really think. And for me, I like the possibility of so many differentials for such a, for a single case. And with KM, you got to see so many different diagnoses for the same kind of presentation. I think I found that very interesting. So that's one of the reasons why I chose medicine. Also, because I totally hate surgical anything. So that's one of the other reasons.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So anyone else who wants to share any experience that, because we might end now. So anyone else who wants to share anything?
I would like to ask a question. Does anyone want to share any exam memories? I'm sure that during these, like, we have just been through those exams right now, like our prelims just got over right now. So concern, like, just similar to those, I'm pretty sure we must all have exam memories, library memories, maybe conversations we shared in the canteen, conversations we had at multiple places. So please, like, if anyone can recount a few memories, could you please share with us? Yeah, and just the common aspects of our first year, second year.
I can start by saying some canteen memories. I never used to eat in canteen. Because my mom always used to cook food and then I used to have home food. But then there were days when I really wanted to eat the grilled toast, I think, veg toast, which is just bread, toast, and cheese. That was really nice. And then the bonvita was good. And I guess the dosa was good. That was the only few things that I actually had in CC. And then KD came and then they had a whole different variety of food, which was nice. Early on, we never used to go in the resident canteen. I forgot the RMO. But then like eventually, like postings ke baad, तो उधर ही जाके like mango, lassi and all of that was good. So those are my canteen memories.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So I think no one has to share anything right now, so we can just proceed.
Also, before we conclude, like, could anyone share their exam memories, perhaps? Library memories, maybe something. I remember the eternal conflict and like the non-stop discussions about the hostel and the limited space that we have and what we have, like, just, as freshers, most of us do not have a hostel and like we do have to like make other arrangements. So could we like discuss about those if anyone recounts? Maybe about exams.
I guess exams were the most nerve-wracking and also the fun times that we had. The prelims were never taken very seriously by me, at least. Like I was like, okay, हाँ ठीक है, exam में हो जाएगा, because that's what Lopa ma'am used to say, हाँ ठीक है, exams तो आते रहेंगे, like you just have to make sure you study, don't study for the exam, study for like life, I would say, and study related to the patients, because like exams keep on coming and going, and that's what actually changed me, saying, okay, I don't have to worry about exams ever again. If you know something, you can always like make up something in medicine.
No, yeah, I agree with you. Like that, we always learned for getting our concepts clear. Like it was never just about the exam. So I think when you get out of it and you go for PG or anywhere else, really, you realize how much your concepts are so much more clearer than, a lot of other people maybe, not in comparison really, but it's nice for you to, like, it's easy for you to understand or grasp concepts otherwise. Like that's something I definitely have to say. But yeah, I mean, it was not just exams. I like how it was a lot of fun. Like there was a lot of extracurriculars and studies. I think when I got out of KAM, a lot of people really thought that, oh, KAM is all about people who only study, you're all sitting in the library all the time. But I definitely like beg to differ. I want to say we did so many other things. There were sports, there were cultural events, there were there were conferences. There was not only, something to boost your education, but it was a part of your personality as well. There was so much other fun memories that we have. I think all of us have really fond memories of our UG that way.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody, for sharing your experiences today. It was really nice to know all your different experiences about the time you all had in KM. Bahar sir, could you now please play the reflections video?
A very good evening to you all. It is indeed my pleasure to speak about Reflections on Medical Humanities, annual volume published by Dr. Manu.V.L.Kothari, Chair and Division of Medical Humanities, Gosumec Alumni Association, under the patronage of Dr. Sangeeta Rawat, Dean, St. GS Medical College and KEM Hospital, Mumbai. The first issue of Reflections was published in the year 2019, the theme being History of Medicine, Looking Back to Improve the Future. The book comprises invited essays, poems, cartoons, quiz, crossword, and articles which were published before in different medical journals on evolution of branches and development of specialties in healthcare, great personalities and inventions in medicine and healthcare overall. The issue for the year 2020 was based on interpersonal relationships in healthcare. Again, invited essays and cartoons on doctor-patient relationship, doctor-doctor relationship, and medical teacher-student relationship were included. For the year 2021, we chose very apt theme of COVID-19, the human angle. Essays and poems in English, Hindi, Marathi, paintings and photographs contributed by teaching and non-teaching staff and students of St. GS Medical College and KEM Hospital who shared their experiences both on personal and professional fronts during the pandemic. The theme for the year 2022 was Literature and Medicine. It is a collection of articles, book reviews, and poems in English, Hindi, and Marathi, and also paintings and cartoons related to the theme. Now, for the years 2023 and 24, the proposed theme is Reminiscences, Our Days at St. GS Medical College and KEM Hospital. As we move towards the centenary year of our institution, let our fond memories come alive in the form of nostalgic writings about our learnings, not only medicine, but also life lessons that we learned here. Let us talk about our devoted teachers who inculcated values and shaped our lives, priceless friendships which we cherish lifelong. Our writings will instill a feeling of pride and a sense of belonging in all of us, the readers of the book. We, as well as the future generations of students, will understand the power and beauty of expression and reflections. We will be enlightened about the history and glory of our institutions, past students who have contributed to the welfare of the society, and the role model teachers and mentors. We know, irrespective of the generation, we are bound by a common bond of being GSites. However, we also need to accept and adapt to changes which are inevitable following technological advances and societal transformations. At the same time, the students will learn that even though the changes are occurring, the humanitarian values and principles of ethics are unchanging. Hence, we appeal that the reminiscence and nostalgic memories shared on this platform of virtual reunions be expressed in the form of writings to be included in our next issue of Reflections. I, Dr. Swarupa Bhagwat, Editor Reflections and Associate Professor, Department of Transfusion Medicine at this institution, will be privileged to connect with the individual batch coordinators for sharing more details regarding the same. Thank you very much.
Okay, that was a very insightful video. So lastly, before we conclude, we'd like to thank our Dean, Dr. Sangeeta Rawat Madam, and Academic Dean, Dr. Pathak, for the continued support and encouragement. We thank the Gosumec Alumni Association for administrative support for correspondence and financial transactions of Dr.M.V.L.Kothari Chair and Division of Medical Humanities. We also thank Mr. Tushar and Mr. Badal for audio-visual and technical support, and Dr. Mehtre for video recordings. And last but not the least, a big thank you to the batch for their enthusiastic participation, and thank you all for being here and taking time out of your very busy and hectic schedule for being at this online reunion, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you guys for arranging this. This was fun.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
डेड मीटिंग होती
Tally?